fresh off of seeing 31. Literally, as I'm filming this, I watched it last night. For you guys watching it on Monday, I watched it on Thursday. But I rarely ever review a movie this soon after I've watched it. I usually give myself a couple of days to like think about it, you know, and read some other reviews and things, but I didn't do that with this one. We'll see how that we'll see how that comes out in review. Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another new movie review. Today I'm going to be reviewing 31, directed by Rob Zombie. This movie, so anticipated, I think, by everybody. I think 31 has been in like my past 3 upcoming horror movie videos. Seriously, been waiting so long for this one to come out. Yeah. It just took a while for us to get it. I know it was Rob Zombie's first crowdfunded film, which is cool. And I know that he had to submit different cuts of the film multiple times to get the MPAA rating from an NC-17 down to an R. So that probably contributed a lot, if not all, to how long it took for us to all see this movie. So I'm sure if you guys are on social media at all, you guys saw on Thursday night, there was a lot of people. I saw a lot of posts about going to see 31. They were showing it Thursday night only, at least at my theater, like around where I live, they were only showing it on Thursday night for those who managed to snag tickets. The only reason I knew about that ahead of time was because I follow Rob Zombie on Instagram and he was posting about it. So I grabbed myself a ticket and I went and saw it, and we're gonna review it. So we'll get right into what I liked about 31, and it was brutal. Loved it. It was a gore fest. Absolutely. It makes me wonder what the original cut looked like, if, you know, before they gave it an NC-17. I'm interested to see maybe when it comes out on DVD if there will be an unrated version, or like the original version that Rob Zombie had intended for us to see, because I'm interested to see in what exactly made it an NC-17, if that was just an R, because that was pretty brutal. Loved it. The violence did not let up the entire time. Once we got right into the factory setting and all the killing started, that's when it got brutal. Oh, I guess I should talk about what the movie's about. Holy shit. For those of you that don't know, 31 is about a group of carnies who get kidnapped and kind of thrown into this arena of sorts, this game called 31, being put on by these rich people that like death, led by Malcolm McDowell. So it's kind of like, it's reminiscent of lots of other movies. Like it, you know, it reminds you of The Most Dangerous Game. I think that's what that book was called. I remember we read it in school. The Most Dangerous Game. Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of reminds you of Hunger Games, Battle Royale, you name it, where a group is being thrust into this sick game where they have to survive against cold-blooded killers, basically. Or basically they have to kill to survive. That's the basic premise of the movie. Anyways, yes. So the violence does not let up as soon as the group of carnies, including Charlie, played by Sheri Moon Zombie, and Venus, played by Meg Foster, among some others. Some familiar faces, some new faces. But the violence does not let up, and it's awesome. Makes me really want to see what the original film was supposed to be. So the only gripe maybe I could have about the movie is during some of the fight scenes, it was just really like quick cuts and really jumpy, and the camera was kind of shaky, so it was really hard to tell what was going on. Like some of the fights were just so quick that, and then it would pause to show like if something really gory was happening, then it would kind of slow it down a little bit, or the camera would hold steady for a second so you could see. But that makes me wonder if maybe that was the MPAA's doing. Like maybe it wasn't as jumpy and quick as it was in some of the fight scenes, but they had to do that in order to get the rating down. I don't know. That's probably, I don't know if any of that made any sense what I just said. It was just like, during certain fight scenes, it was hard to tell what was going on because the jumps were so quick and the camera was moving so much. But I'm curious to know if that was to get the rating down or if that's how it was intended. Not sure, but that's the only complaint I have about this movie. Like, I enjoyed myself the entire time. And the best, most good looking part of the film was Doomhead, played by Richard Brake. Okay, so I don't really know, like, I don't know. Man just had me feeling some type of way in this movie. We open with Doomhead as he is terrorizing a poor pastor. But when we first see him, he looks very gritty. Like, they're all kind of like clownish. All the serial killers that the group faces are all like clowns, basically. So when we first see Doomhead, he's like shirtless, covered in blood, taunting this pastor in a very, very, very well done, like, opening monologue type thing. I would 100% believe that he was a crazy psycho killer if all I saw was like that opening monologue by him. Really well done. And they kept tight in on his face, and they leave it a while before they actually cut to the pastor, so it seems like he's talking to the audience for the first like minute and a half. So it's really good. It's probably shorter than that, but just felt longer because, you know, he's just staring at you the entire time. But towards the end of the movie, when he makes another appearance, when he first shows up, he's in his like clown makeup and whatever, has his hair slicked back or whatever, and he's kind of like I wouldn't say like skinny, he's got muscle, but he's not like a big guy in particular. He's, you know, average build. And he comes out in this like suit jacket with like all the buttons, like the double button type thing, and like this scarf or whatever. I don't know like the actual name for this, like for the coat and the neck scarf or whatever that he has, but he just looked really good. Like, and it wasn't even in like a sexual way. I was like, damn. I was just like, damn, like he looks really good. I don't know, he just looked really good. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but I just remember in the movie, I was just like, oh, my jaw cracked. My jaw unhinged. That was an accurate reenactment of what happened during the movie. But he just looked really good and like really scary. Out of all the crazy clowns that they face throughout the movie, Doomhead is by far the scariest one. Really well done. Yeah, so overall, 31. 2 thumbs up. Whenever you guys are able to see it, if you haven't seen it yet, check it out. Really good. Might be my favorite Rob Zombie film now. I don't know. I'll have to let it sit a little bit longer and maybe watch it a few more times once it's available in other places on DVD, on demand, whatever. I'd have to watch it a few more times, but it's a contender. It's a contender. It was really well done. Really liked it. Definitely go check it out. I know I feel like Rob Zombie movies are like hit or miss. Some people really don't like them and some people really like them. If you're worried about this one because some of his movies tend to be kind of like psychedelic and trippy and you don't really know what's going on, I think 31 is a good one for you, because I feel like out of all of his batshit crazy movies, this one is probably the easiest to follow and doesn't really have a moment where you're kind of like, where you kind of step back and go like, what the fuck am I watching? Doesn't really have that. So I think it's a good Rob Zombie movie for maybe people who aren't exactly fans of his films. So as soon as you're able to see it, I highly recommend it. And if you did see it on Thursday night, please let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about it. And until next time, stay strange. Bye. Alright guys, if you want to follow me on other social media type places, you can find me on all of these sites as well as other social media places. Just search Nightmare Maven and you're likely to find me. I'm likely to be posting a lot of Halloween type things as it is September now, and I mean I post Halloween stuff all year round, but it gets crazy as soon as we get into September. There's also a little clickable subscribe button right down there if you want to subscribe to me.